देवियां आ गई, चेतन में वो देवियां आ गई, शिव शक्तियां आ गई, धरती पे 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 शिव शक्तियां।
Shanti, good morning. Rakhi Ben or Amy Ben, would you like to maybe set the context for today's session?
We have already set the context yesterday,
Okay.
which was writing the Murli of 31st of May 1972, with special focus on Ashtashaktis and Shiv Shaktis.
Right. Sure. Om Shanti, good morning, everyone. And thank you for choosing this theme, and thank you for the kind invitation, Rakhi Ben. And it's amazing that these days of Navratri are happening. So happy Navratri to everyone. And this Murli is also about the 8 powers. And as I was going through the Murli, I was just realizing how Baba beautifully shared, the essence of what spiritual power really is. What does it really mean to be a Shiv Shakti? And it's no coincidence that as we also get ready to observe the 3rd day of remembrance of Dadi Janki Ji, and Dadi Janki Ji's remembrance is the Shakti Stambh, which means the tower of power. And so the spiritual power that Dadi Ji embodied through her love for Baba, love for Murlis and all the dharanas. And the thought was today, let us try and get to the gist of what spiritual power really is, and how to what Baba shared in that Murli about the powers of detachment and companionship. In Hindi, the words would be Sakshi or Sati, and how these we are able to imbibe through the power of meditation and Murli connection with Baba. So to begin with, just maybe start with sharing that we have, one is external power and the other is internal power. And once we had a beautiful reflection on this at Peaceful Edge, and we were reflecting on what is the difference between having power externally versus having power internally. And very interesting differentiation was external power is holding on. So I feel more powerful externally if I hold on to a position, I hold on to a title, I hold on to a responsibility. That's like, the meaning of external power. It's equivalent to holding on. Versus the internal power or the inner power or the spiritual power is in letting go. So how much am I ready to let go at this moment is proportional to the inner power that I have. If I can let go of, everything in this moment, then it means, I'm more powerful. And so this very nice quote. It says, life is all about holding on to what I hold on to and what I let go of. And so when Baba mentioned Haath or Saath, Baba's company and Baba's hand, what am I letting go of and what am I holding on to? And in Baba's Gyan, I've always felt that that basically, what Baba says, the three energies at play here is the first energy is of the soul, the second is of Baba, and the third is of drama. And so I, the soul, if I hold on to drama, then I let go of Baba. And if I hold on to Baba, then I let go of drama. So either I am on Baba's side or either I am on drama's side. And so last week we were having this nice discussion on, do I use Baba in drama or do I lose Baba in drama? Means when I come into actions, interactions, situations, scenes in the drama, am I using Baba? And if I'm not using Baba, it means that I have lost Baba. I've lost touch with Baba. And so when Baba said, never let go of my hand and my company, I really felt that, for I, the actor, to always have that connection with the director. Yesterday we were listening to a very nice class by Dadi Janki, and she was saying that, an actor, what is the actor's, real emphasis on? The actor is always looking at the director. An actor is not looking at everybody else, but is always looking at what direction, what signal the director is giving me. And so the actor is acting according to the direction from the director. And so I, the soul, the actor, if I'm using Baba in drama, which means that I'm always focused on, okay, Baba, tell me what to do now. Okay, Baba, just be with me. Just Baba. It's like I'm constantly, like I'm in the scene, I'm playing my role, but my intellect is with Baba. Like with Dadi Janki, I remember someone asked her, Dadi, everyone comes to you with so many problems because Dadi Janki is the Dadi of the world. Everyone comes to Dadi with so many situations and you keep listening. Don't the problems enter your intellect? Don't you become conscious of them? How do you solve them? And so Dadiji said, who said that I listen to the problems? Dadi said, when they share the problems with me, I just sit with Baba. I don't listen to the problems. I just observe the vibration the soul is emanating. And I sit with Baba, and whatever Baba touches me at that moment, I just share with them. So she said, I am in no business of listening to anyone's problems or solving anyone's problems. I'm not trying to get involved in anybody's story. My job is just to sit with Baba, make my intellect clear, and just transmit what Baba is sharing with me to them. So really, using Baba in drama is the spiritual power. It allows me to be internally powerful. And if I'm not using Baba in drama, it means I have lost Baba in drama. That's where the drama has gripped. Drama has taken grip of my intellect, and then small situations become big. And so I remember there was one sister who was sharing this instance with Dadiji. She said that she received a very long email from someone, and that email had a lot of wrong things written about her, very lengthy. And we have all faced that situation at work or otherwise, where something wrong has been written about us. And so this sister felt bad, and she went to Dadi, and she took a printout of that email, and she went to Dadi and said, Dadi, see, this person wrote such a nasty email to me, and I'm not like this, what this person has written. I don't know what to do. How should I respond? And so she just shared that. So Dadi just read through the entire letter and just gave very loving drishti to the sister and very gently said, if you keep what this letter is written about you in your intellect, then whatever Baba has given you will not reach the soul. whatever Baba has given you will not reach that soul. It means it's like I am completely detached. Just like Baba was saying, Sakshi detached. So the soul is completely detached, but it's just between if Baba can use my mind to reach that soul or not. And so if I am holding on to anybody's, impressions, personalities, or whatever they have done, I'm holding on to in my intellect, then whatever Baba wants, to use my mind to serve the soul will not happen. And so that's why, when Baba said, the 8 powers, it's like really the 8 jewels, then Baba can really use them. And so when I've, really focused my mind on these 2, what I hold on to and what I'm ready to let go of. And I felt that this is really, the gist of what spiritual power really is. And even when we look at these 2 words, we were discussing one day, is detachment is observe. I observe. And being in the company of Baba is to absorb. Absorb. So when I observe drama, I can absorb Baba. When I absorb drama, then it's as if Baba is just observing me. Means I'm not able to take full benefit of my relationship with Baba. So either I absorb or I observe. So it's like when I'm in the middle, I realize that I need to observe drama and absorb Baba. And that's where the spiritual power really lies. And as we were also discussing, the 8 spiritual powers that we all know, it's like 4 powers are related to observing and 4 powers are related to absorbing. So 4 powers are related to detachment and 4 powers are related to company of Baba. And so we all know the power to withdraw, the power to pack up, the power to discern, and the power to judge. These 4 come when I really, in the true sense, I've detached myself, I've detached from the scene, detached from the role, and I'm just observing. I'm not allowing anything. It's like I've become proof, drama proof. I'm not allowing anything of the drama to enter my mind. And the other 4 powers, the power to tolerate, the power to accommodate, the power to face, and the power to cooperate. These 4 powers actually, they get activated the more I absorb Baba. They have to do with Baba's company. The more I have Baba in my mind, I can tolerate because I automatically have that love. My heart becomes big. I can cooperate. And I also have faith and courage that I can face any situation in life. So I really felt that this Baba's Murli had a lot to do with these 2 aspects. Detachment, which is observing, and companionship, which is absorbing. And so just a few slides, maybe if it's okay to share to kind of make this perspective clear. And so here it is, it just shows mental positioning of the observer. Mental positioning of the observer. So when I'm detaching myself from the story, it's basically I'm elevating myself up so that I can then see the story from up above, rather than getting entangled in the detail. And so just like Baba said that, when I'm in isolation, when drama has taken control of me, I've lost touch with Baba, it is then I get wasteful thoughts, negative thoughts. And that's when then even sinful thoughts or actions are committed. That's when Maya, disconnects the intellect's yoga with Baba. And so then I'm just lost in my story and I've lost touch with Baba. And so Real observing is when I have come up and I'm just looking at the story, just like Baba does. Baba is sitting in Paramdham, and for Baba, this whole drama is like a point. Baba is just looking at it. And the same with me. If right now I can just sit with Baba, just be there with Baba and see the story as a point, very far, it's happening. So I've detached myself. I'm an observer. Another way to look at it is this. In the positioning of an observer, all the thoughts of fear, anxiety, worry, guilt, self-doubt, which otherwise I would be under influence of or be just absorbed in its feeling, emotion. But when I'm just observing, they are just like clouds. I'm enjoying, they're coming, but they're also going. They're not staying. So even if any thought comes, any scene comes, it will come, but it will go. I don't hold on to it. I just allow it to pass. Another way to look at it is, rather than trying to, struggle, with the waves and the tides and things, I'm just gently, moving through very smoothly through the tides and the waves. It's like Baba is the boatman, Baba is my companion, and Baba is just, pushing my, being in Baba's company, my boat is going across without any effort. And so this is just the mental positioning of the observer that we, can really feel that way. And so when we look at the 8 powers that Baba talks about, the Ashta Shakti, and, Dadi Janki, we are remembering a real example of that. So these are really the 8 powers that we, that Baba talks about. And so awakening my inner powers and observing improves introspection, which is the power to withdraw, discernment, which is the power to discern, decision making, which is the power to judge, letting go, which is the power to pack up. So all these 4 automatically improve when I have, practiced observing. And absorbing improves courage, which is the power to face, tolerance, which is the power to tolerate, adjustment, which is the power to accommodate, and cooperation, which is the power to cooperate. And so all these 8 master powers, like Dadi Janki always used to say, like once Dadi was, coming out of plane and she was all by herself. And so the attendants and the flight people said, Dadi, you're alone by yourself? Dadi said, no, I have my 8 companions with me. My 8 friends travel with me. And so they said, who are your 8 companions? And she said, my 8 inner powers. And so it's very interesting, like how Dadi is lived. Like someone was sharing once, and it really stayed with me. Once someone came to Dadi Prakashmani, and they were not in a good mood, and they were just, saying all the, ugly things to Dadi. Dadi, you are like this. Dadi, you don't, uh, uh, do this, whatever the situation was. And there was one sister who came, and for a long time, few minutes, she was just, kind of, um, uh, kind of yelling, in a way at Dadi. There was another sister who was, with Dadi at that moment, who was observing the scene. And so the sister who was, yelling, after some time, when she stopped, Dadi said, okay, are you done now? And she said, yes, Dadi. And Dadi smiled, gave her a drishti, and gave her an apple as a toli with a lot of love. And, just said, Om Shanti. That's it. Dadi didn't say anything. And so this other sister asked Dadi, Dadi, what was going on in your mind when she was saying all these things? And her response was so amazing. And, when I heard that, I was really awestruck. And Dadi said, Dadi was checking whether Dadi's power to tolerate was working or not. And it was working. And that's it. And she didn't say anything else. She said, Dadi was just checking internally whether her power to tolerate was working, and it was working. So these Dadis really lived this life, when Baba said Ashtaratan. And so no wonder, how these Dadis have really been embodiment of all these powers. And through this, practice of just 3 dots, right? 3 dots, what 3 dots? The soul, Baba, and Rama. And so Baba, I become a companion, and I, the soul, combined with Baba, Shiv Shakti, and then Rama point, I'm detached from Rama. Just the 3 dots. It's like the whole essence of knowledge can be, really, experienced through these 2 aspects. Drama on one side, I'm detached. Baba on the other side, I am attached. And so again, do I use Baba and Rama, or do I lose? And another aspect of this is when I am, completely absorbed in Baba, then I lose the sense of drama, as if the grip that drama has on my mind eases up. It just, I'm able to let go of it completely. That's why sometimes Baba says, ya to baap hai, ya to baat hai. And so when I'm just facing Baba, I'm in awe of Baba, I'm adoring Baba, then everything else just, doesn't matter. It just, it's like I'm completely lost in Baba, and then everything else doesn't matter. Mhm. So, so just being with Baba. Mhm. So experience this love of Baba as we listen to this song.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I can hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. It's a love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. It's the love that heals, the love that sets me free. There is only love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. 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 There is only love.
Om Shanti. Thank you. Love to have some discussions and any thoughts anyone would like to add. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother.
Om Shanti.
Such a unique way you really looked at the powers. You gave it a kind of a different look at it. So I was just trying to absorb it. Of course, you have put your foot on the Murli when you spoke about Sakshi and Sati. But I was just thinking about what is this power? Why do I need it? Because if you speak about an external power, why do they get those powers? To dominate over somebody, to control somebody, to let my ego have a say. You know, that's a thing which you have. There are so many stories even where people got the power to walk on water, where even somebody wanted everything to be turned into gold. So there was always this kind of something in external power. But this internal power, which now you just shared with us, and for which you gave us lovely classification with just 2 goalposts. One is detach, one is get inside. That was a beautiful way how you listed the powers and how you even did it. But is it just for me to become perfect and complete? Is all this about? Or what is the gain? Because sometimes I feel, is it for sharing in the going towards the world? Because in all these internal powers, there's one quality I find we should have: a surrender. Surrendering to what? So can you also tell me what do I gain? Of course, that now that internal power, what do I gain? One. And surrendering, how much I should surrender for detachment, and what is the role of surrender in absorption? Thank you. Om Shanti.
Very nice. Thanks for your sharing your thoughts, Kirishaben. And again, I feel that, as you said, the role of inner power, and as we are celebrating Navaratri, right, we all know like these powers are used to kind of gain victory over, the dark energy, the negative energy. And ultimately, this power, I feel in my life, is like these powers are ultimately to gain victory over my, old sanskars, over, situations that come, any negative waste thoughts. And that's why it's only at the confluence age that we have these powers. Deities are not shown with these powers. Deities are naturally loving, happy, pure, radiant, vibrant, beings. But at the confluence age, where we have to really gain victory over our previous, all that baggage that we have accrued over the last 63 births, that's where all these powers are important. And I feel that many times it's like so many sanskars, how to really get victory on them. And that's why I think Baba says asht is linked with the Ashtaratnas, which means the ones who have gained complete victory over Maya, who have passed with honors. And that passing really is connected with then this Ashtashaktiya. To what extent I've used these 8 powers. And these 8 powers, it's not like I have to make an effort to gain, but through the daily practice of yoga and Murli, Gyan and yoga, it's automatically emerging from within these 8 powers. So so I feel this inner powers are basically important in us gaining victory over Maya. And could you probably repeat the second point, sister? I somehow tend to learn.
I feel surrender, the role of surrender, which is one of the things, whether even in I'm detaching or I'm absorbing, there is a lovely role of surrendering. See, the main thing in power is external power. They say ego, as they say, that I am important. But what is the role of the root contribution of surrender in detachment and absorption? Sakshi and Sat.
Right. And surrender really, I feel, is where I've allowed the sense of self to dissolve. Surrender is like I'm not there is nothing that I'm identifying myself with. So I've completely lost myself in Baba. And that's where it's like, then the influence of the drama ceases to, it's just like gravity, right? I mean, if we see, weight is mass time gravity. If there is even a little bit of mass, the weight will be there, the weight will pull me down. But if the mass is 0, which means I've completely surrendered, then no matter however strong the gravity is, I won't feel any weight. I'm weightless, like the astronauts, I'm weightless. So in the same way, it's like the surrender is like letting go of, this consciousness of the feeling of I'm responsible, the feeling of I'm gaining something from it, I'm doing something, wherever these little things. And I, just yesterday I was thinking, it's like it's so easy to feel I'm responsible, for anything. It's so easy to feel burdened by it. But the surrender really is where I know that no, I'm not. Like Dadi Janki was saying the other day, we're listening to our class, that it's Baba's task and services of other souls. Why do I need to worry about it? It's Baba's task, Baba is taking care of it, and it's about seva of others. Baba ka karya hai aur seva dusron ki hai. Why do I interfere in it? It's like the other day I was just thinking, I should not come between Baba and Baba's seva. If I'm coming, if I'm adding my projections, if I'm adding my insecurities in Baba's seva, that means I'm not surrendering. Like Dadi Janki surrendered to the extent that, Didi Mohini was sharing with us once, that Mohini Didi, that, many times when we have to give a lecture on a topic, we would prepare, we would, create a list of points. This is what we have to share. But she said Dadi Janki never prepared anything. And she said she would, until the last moment, completely surrender. Okay, what is Baba touching me? What is Baba telling me? What should I, it's like her focus was entirely on Baba, not on even the points of knowledge, right, at that time. So to the extent of surrender, it's like I was completely samarpit buddhi. I'm just allowing God to use me, not right. I don't have any sense of entitlements whatsoever.
So I got it, brother. So you're speaking about the theory of replacement, that is become powerless, shed everything to become powerful. Thank you, brother.
That's so nice. Theory of replacement. Very nice.
Om Shanti, brother. Good morning.
Okay.
Brother, can you give some light on this power to tolerate? So often I get confused with this power. Like, is it the ability to tolerate the negativity or the anything bad that is coming from the other side, or it's just my internal working that which I have to do when anything negative comes, my ability to transform that within myself towards a positivity and then make myself light all the time.
Right. I think Baba says, power to tolerate is really to be positive when I'm at the receiving end of negativity. And the example Baba gives is of mango, as we all know, that a boy throws a stone at the mango tree, and the mango tree gives mango in return. And so the power to tolerate really is, to be positive amidst all negativity. It doesn't mean to be subservient. So there will be times when I have to face a situation or face maybe an abuse or something. But the power to tolerate, I feel, really is when I'm easily able, to stay in the light, to stay with Baba, even when.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So here it's not about we are suppressing it inside, right? It's about we are transforming the energy towards positivity.
Absolutely right. Yes. It's as if I don't even, it's like someone not even feeling insulted. Like, someone is insulting the other person, but the other person didn't even notice it, like didn't even understand it's an insult. It's like, it didn't affect at all, right? It's like that shield, right? It's like that shield.
Yeah.
But SAURABH Bhai, how can suppressing help me tolerate? Because I remember an example given by seniors. It's like holding the nozzle of the gun when before shooting and nodding, and then later when you cannot hold it any longer, throwing it out. So that is as if that's suppressed. So can you say suppression of something will increase my power of tolerance?
I think it's probably it's not suppression. I feel it's more like transforming it. When I'm sitting with Baba, then I've just transformed it. So it's not suppressing, because suppressing will lead to then an outburst later on, which may be quite ugly, right, at times. And so it's not just suppressing emotions in my heart, but it's about kind of sorting it out with Baba, and then giving it to Baba, and then becoming very light and easy, I feel.
Yeah. So at workplace, we can take this example, like boss is shouting at subordinate. Right. So this either the subordinate can suppress it, and then, like you said, that suppression may comes out in the form of a depression or something. But here, Baba is giving us the knowledge of drama, right, which is actually quite helpful in that way to transform it within ourselves. And then, when we transform that, our attitude towards that problem changes, right? Is that what you mean, brother?
Right.
Kind of, we are able to harmonize within ourselves.
Yeah. So I don't feel influenced, because I've come under God's influence, And so the situation doesn't have an influence on me.
Thank you, brother.
Brother, we would like to listen to you from more, brother, because so much you have given. We love to listen to you so much. You were speaking about speaking to Baba. I call it as a process of sublimation. Can you share some more of your thing about any of these? For example, so difficult to sometimes withdraw. Withdraw is not it's a very difficult thing, withdrawing and the packing off. If you could really share some more of your beautiful thoughts.
Sure. I feel like the other day, we were listening to a class, and Moini Didi was sharing her experiences of Dadi Janki, and she said that Dadi Janki always told them that always, focus on Nij Gyan and share Nij Gyan. She said these days, in order to please other, people, we generally try to dilute Baba's Gyan with a lot of other, contexts and theories, examples, etc., stories. But she said, when the more I stick to the Nij Gyan, it becomes very natural. Like, when I really feel, yes, I'm a soul. I'm a being of light. I've come from Paramdham. There's nothing that belongs to me in this world. I cannot take a single atom away from me, with me, from this world. And I'm just a guest here. I'm an eternal traveler. Like, I feel daily Murli, it's like, just gives so much fresh perspective. And the more I just keep on reaffirming that, then everything just falls into place. It's like Gyan by itself detaches me from the story. Every day Baba is, telling me, shall just remember who you are and where you've come from. And it's very easy to just, it's like no effort at all to detach. The same way, it's no effort at all, because just to feel like today Baba said, no, you belong to me. You're Baba's children. There is no effort in experiencing them. They're just the natural. So I feel, for me, the more, depth of my connection with the Murli is, the more I connect with the Murli at a deeper level. And I just, enjoy Murli and just enjoy the perspective Baba is sharing with me. Then all these powers naturally emerge, I believe. It's like even the power to tolerate. I know everyone is my brother. We're all actors. We are playing our roles. People may be acting out sanskars of Maya, but there's nothing that, Maya really is nothing. I just don't need to pay attention to it. Then it's very easy. It's very obvious. I feel when there is the power of original Gyan, Nij Gyan, then really there is no effort at all. So it's just about, things naturally, happening. And that's why I feel, Brahma Baba became Karmatit, just by focusing that time. There was even no of it, Murli. It's just the Nij Gyan and just the depth of it. And Dadi Janki, someone, was sharing, Dadi had nothing else but Murli in her mind. Like once she came back from UN to Madhuban, and someone asked, Dadi, how was the seva? Tell us about the seva. And Dadi didn't say anything. Again, she said, Dadi, what happened? How was it? How many people came? Dadi didn't say anything. And then Dadi said, don't ask me about seva. Ask me about points of knowledge. I'll tell you Gyan. I can't tell you seva. So in that moment, even when she was, used for seva, she was so withdrawn. She was so detached, as if, she's just looking at the soul. She's just speaking whatever Baba is touching her. She's completely detached from the outcome of it. Who is coming, who is not coming, who is listening, not listening, how many came, how many followed, nothing. It's just Gyan coming, flowing. That's it. Completely detached. And so I feel the more I really enjoy Baba's Murli, and just soak in it, and that's pretty much Raja Yoga, I feel, and everything else just falls into place.
That was nice, brother. But sometimes I play with Baba's Murli. Baba speaks about this cosmic, this Shiva and Shakti. And my daughter, who's a Bharatnatyam dancer, she gave me a completely different outlook. She said, Shiva cannot exist without Shakti. So I try to take deeper meaning with it. Shakti is the energy and Shiva is the ego. Or Shiva is Baba, Shakti is me. So that is why what happens when Shakti goes away from Shiva, the Shiva starts dancing. He cannot, the equilibrium isn't there. He cannot hold himself for the earth. So he does the Shiva Tandava. So I also told Baba, see Baba, you cannot do without us. We are your Shaktis. You may be Shiva, but we are your Shaktis. So if you want the world really, the gates to open, you need us. Sometimes the Murli, when you said, I just used to, take these things. So the Shiv Shakti thing. Om Shanti.
Very nice.
Brother, how do we really test these 8 powers are working within us? Or which power that I'm lacking? Is there a way that we can analyze within ourselves, and then once we analyze it, we can work towards that building inside? Baba often says power to discriminate is the highest power that is one must possess. Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, no, that's right. And I always feel like, like observing is linked with Gyan and absorbing is linked with Yoga. And so these powers are literally Gyan and Yoga. And Gyan and Yoga is then translating, into my practical life as powers. And, if I'm really, focused on Gyan and Yoga, then, I'm really, my powers will be active. And if I feel, of course, the test papers that drama brings about are really what test is all about. And I know that I'm lacking. So the good thing is, if I feel I'm lacking, let's say in the power to withdraw, that means I need to, focus more on Gyan. If I lack the power to, let's say, cooperate, it means I need to focus more on yoga, because maybe I have understanding everything, but I can't work in teams because I cannot adjust. I'm not flexible. Why? Because I'm not able to, connect to Baba and Baba's family with that love because of my lack of yoga. So it's either Gyan or yoga. And so the more that's why Amrit Vela Murli, that's what it is all about, I feel. Amrit Vela, I just connect to Baba, I forget everything else. Yoga, and then Murli, Gyan. And then Amrit Vela Murli is the key to really harnessing all the 8 powers and the quality of it, the quality of it.
Okay. And eventually, with that lifestyle, these 8 powers will be built within us.
Yes, eventually, and we will feel that automatically. Oh, in this situation, oh, I didn't react. Oh, I was able to tolerate it. Oh, I was able to face it, and I didn't even realize it was actually I was facing, but it just happened, And so over time, then it just becomes natural. Just feels natural. Like, today's blessing, or India, it was yesterday. Baba said, sit in your cottage of eyebrows, brikuti kutya mein baitho antar mukta ka ras lo. Right? And I'm just lost in the, in just taking the essence of, this introversion. I'm just completely focused inside. My man is shant, my mukh is shant. And I'm just focused on being myself. And I'm just taking that, essence from it, ras. So that's really the power to withdraw, That's really the power to withdraw. I always feel in my journey, it's like the more I focus on that day's Murli, and then, in that day's Murli, okay, what did Baba share today about the power to withdraw? Let me think from that perspective. What did Baba share about the power to tolerate from today's Murli? So if I'm lacking in the power to tolerate, I'll say, okay, this month's homework for me is I need to take down points from every day's Murli of the power on the power to tolerate. So I'm listening to the Murli from that perspective. Okay, how do I need to improve my power of tolerance? And then gradually, then that muscle starts building up. But everything is through the Murli, I feel.
Om Shanti, SAURABH BHAI.
Om Shanti.
Would you like to visit Jagadamba Bhavan?
Oh, Sukumaran Bhai, Om Shanti. So good to hear your voice. Yes,
Today's
absolutely.
Today's
Yes.
Dadi's program.
It's happening
Dadi's,
there today? Oh, wow.
Today Dadi Janaki ji is
Ji. Yeah. Oh.
So all of Pune is coming today here, and we are having the programs today, full day.
Wow. That's great so much. Thank you for sharing that. And I do remember, those fond memories of Baba's love and the family's love at Jagdamba Bhavan. And all your amazing Brahma Bhojan. Right.
Thank you. Om Shanti to everyone.
Thank you. Om Shanti. Sure. Yeah, we should move to meditation. So, yeah. Sure. So thanks for all the sharings, and so maybe we can end with, as we all are invoking Dadiji, just maybe invoking her presence through maybe a song, if that's okay. Right. Okay, great. So it's a movie song, but then I always connected this with Dadi Janki a lot, and just maybe invoke her presence. ना कुछ पूछा, ना कुछ मांगा, तूने दिल से दिया जो दिया, ना कुछ बोला, ना कुछ तोला, मुस्कुरा के दिया जो दिया, तूने खुद से मिलाया, बाबा का बनाया, और कुछ ना जानू, बस इतना ही जानू, तुझ में रब दिखता है, दादी मैं क्या करूं, तुझ में रब दिखता है, दादी मैं क्या करूं, सजदे सर झुकता है, दादी मैं क्या करूं, तुझ में रब दिखता है दादी, मैं क्या करूं। रब ने बना दी जोड़ी है। शांति।
Shanti, thank you, Saurabh Bhai. It was a wonderful session. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow.
Om
Bye.
Shanti.
Till that time, have a blissful day.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Saurabh Bhai.
Thank you so much.